KONDOSAN.
Cinderella had married the prince and was very happy. But there was one thing that upset her. She constantly made mistakes because she didn't know the palace's rules.
Why are the people around me looking at me weirdly?
Her maid said her clothes were not suitable for the palace and that she should wear clothes worthy of a princess.
That's why everybody was looking and laughing at me. Now I understand.
Among those who laughed at Cinderella were the evil sorceress Rosa and her daughter Sarah. Since Rosa cast spells, everyone called her Witch Rosa.
She became a princess, but she doesn't know how to dress in the palace.
I was supposed to marry the prince. It was my right to be a princess.
That can still happen. Trust your mother. Cinderella will regret being a princess. Eventually, the king and the prince will realise that she cannot be a princess, and this marriage will end.
Cinderella didn't know the rules, so she made mistakes again while having dinner. She dipped bread in her soup and slurped it.
Yummy! How tasty it is!
When she couldn't cut the meat on her plate with a knife, Sarah, sitting next to her, gave her advice.
You can eat the meat with your hand. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
Cinderella believed Sarah and took the meat with her hands and ate it. But the people at the table laughed at her.
How disgusting! It's a shame that a princess doesn't have table manners.
I'm sorry. I won't make these mistakes again.
One day, while sitting in the garden of the palace, she heard a voice next to her.
Why are you so unhappy, princess?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
I'm Pofu. I have lived in this palace for many years. I know everything there is to know about the palace.
Oh yeah? Maybe you can help me.
What do you want me to help you with?
I still don't know the customs of the palace. Sarah also tricked me so that I made more mistakes. What should I do?
That is easy. You must go to princess school.
Princess school? That's an excellent idea. Thank you very much, Pofu. You're a darling.
Thus, it was decided that Cinderella would go to princess school.
Cinderella is going to attend princess school.
That girl won't do well at school.
But what can we do?
You will go to that school too, and you will do what I say.
On the first day of school, students would be given a walking lesson. Cinderella was surprised to see Sarah in the classroom.
Oh, Sarah? Why are you here?
As a lady of society, I have to improve myself. Remember, there will be an exam on how to carry yourself at the end of the lesson. Good luck!
Cinderella shall not pass this exam. Take this powder and pour it on the clothes she will be wearing.
What is this powder?
Ha ha ha! Itching powder! Ha ha ha! Don't show it to anyone.
Oh no, they're plotting against Cinderella, not under my watch.
A dazzling, sparkling princess dress was prepared for Cinderella. Sarah sneaked into the room and dusted the powder on Cinderella's dress.
Oh no, I have to do something right now.
Finally, it was time for the exam, and Cinderella walked with the grace of a princess in her shimmering gown.
Why isn't this girl itching? Didn't you sprinkle the powder?
I did, but I don't understand either.
When it was Sarah's turn, she couldn't walk properly because she was itching and scratching. So she didn't pass the exam.
How can that be? Impossible!
Pofu, what are you doing here?
I came to watch you. Congratulations, you walked so beautifully. You were born a princess.
What happened to Sarah? She was scratching and couldn't walk. I feel bad for her.
Don't be sad. Sarah dusted itching powder on your gown, but I cleaned the powder and sprinkled it on her clothes. She got the punishment she deserved.
Now I understand why she came to school. She wanted me to fail.
Yes, you should watch out for them.
The next exam would be table etiquette. The princess of the neighbouring country will also attend and be the guest of honour at dinner.
This time, don't make any mistakes, you clumsy girl. Cinderella must not pass this exam.
So what should I do?
Just pour this liquid on her soup.
They're scheming something again. They never give up.
Finally, it was time for the banquet. Everyone took their place at the table. Cinderella welcomed the guest princess.
Welcome, Princess. It's an honor to host you at our school.
They all sat at the table and started eating their meal. Sarah took the small bottle out of her pocket and poured it into Cinderella's soup without anyone noticing.
Oh no, I must warn Cinderella.
Oh, this is Pofu. Is she pointing at me?
Cinderella understood what Pufu was trying to say, and she replaced her soup with Sarah's without anyone noticing.
No, don't! Stop! Don't drink! Oh no!
At the end of the day, Cinderella successfully passed the exam and received the etiquette certificate.
I couldn't have done it without you, Pofu. Thank you so much.
I'll always be by your side, my princess.
KONDOSAN.
Once upon a time, there lived a king in a faraway land. The king's youngest daughter was very beautiful. Her father loved her very much. On her birthday, he gave her a golden ball as a present.
Thank you very much, Father. I love it. This is strange, though. Last night I dreamed that a very handsome prince gave me the same ball as a present.
The king lovingly caressed his daughter's hair.
Hopefully one day you will get married, my beautiful girl. Who knows? Maybe you will marry the prince in your dream.
The princess took the golden ball and went out to the palace garden to play. She was throwing the ball in the air, but she couldn't catch it. And the ball rolled down into a tall, grassy area near a pond. The princess could not find the ball and started crying.
How careless of me! How could I have lost it? What am I gonna tell Father?
Suddenly, she heard a sound.
Rabbit! Rabbit! Please don't cry. I can't stand it when girls cry. Come here.
What's that? Where's the sound coming from?
A green frog appeared before her. The princess looked at it in amazement. She had never seen a talking frog.
A talking frog? But how?
I'm a very special frog. If you allow me, I would like to help you, my dear princess. I can go into the pond and get your golden ball.
Oh, thank you. My father will surely give you whatever you want in return. Please bring it back to me.
No, I don't want anything from the king. What I want is for us to be friends. Only when you agree to this, I will bring you the ball.
How is that possible? You and me, how can we be friends?
Well, we will eat together, sleep together, stroll in the garden together, play with your golden ball. Oh, and you will also sing for me. I have heard you, and you have a wonderful voice.
The helpless princess had no choice but to accept his offer.
Okay, whatever you want, as long as you bring me my golden ball. And I can only fool him somehow. A little frog can't make me do something I don't want to.
The frog jumped into the water, got the golden ball, and threw it to the princess. The princess caught it, turned around, and started running towards the palace. She didn't want to wait for the frog. The frog stood there, staring as the princess ran. The next day, while the princess was having breakfast with her father, the frog came in hopping from one of the open doors and jumped onto the table.
Good morning, Your Majesty. Good morning, my princess. I hope you're going to keep your promise, beautiful princess. I've come to have breakfast with you.
This frog is talking. What's going on, dear? What promise is this frog talking about?
Yes, Father, he's a talking frog. I was also shocked when I saw him by the pond yesterday. The golden ball you had gifted me fell into the pond. This frog got it out for me.
Indeed, Your Majesty. In return, the princess promised to be my friend. That is why I'm here. Please forgive me.
Then you should keep your word, my dear.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, another set of dishes was put on the table, and they had breakfast together.
Ugh, disgusting. I feel sick.
The princess felt hopeless as she didn't want to disobey her father. That evening, the frog jumped on the pillow next to her, and they slept together. Of course, the princess couldn't sleep at all. She was trapped in a corner until morning because she didn't want to be near the frog. Days passed. The frog followed the princess wherever she went. The little frog also knew a lot of fairy tales. At night, he would tell tales to the princess. And during the day, while strolling in the garden, he would put the flowers he collected on the princess's hair. After some time, the princess got so used to the frog that she would worry if she didn't see him around. She started falling in love with him. One night, the frog said,
Tonight's your turn to tell me a fairy tale and sing a lullaby. My mother used to sing me lullabies all the time.
The princess took the frog in her hands and started singing a lullaby in her melodious voice.
Lie, 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 long. Lie, 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 long. Lie, 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 long.
A couple of tears rolled down the frog's eyes. When the princess saw how sad her friend was, she gave him a kiss on the cheek. Suddenly, the frog turned into a handsome young man. The prince got up and told the princess who he really was and what had happened to him.
A wicked witch turned me into a frog. The only way to break the curse was if a beautiful girl kissed me. Thanks to you, the curse has been broken. Princess, will you marry me?
The princess was still in shock, trying to understand what had just happened. She then realized that he was the prince who had gifted her the golden ball in her dream.
I can't believe it. Of course I will. Let's go tell my father.
They immediately went to the king and told him what happened. The king was also shocked, but he was also very happy that his beautiful daughter was going to marry the prince of her dreams. The princess and the prince lived happily ever after.